Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to have a look at top unusual noise red flags to watch out for when considering a car purchase. When buying a used car, it is very crucial to listen for unusual sounds that could indicate underlying issues. Listen for strange sound when the engine is running or during a test drive. Let's have a look at some of the sounds to watch out for. 1. Knocking or pinging noise. This is a repetitive knocking noise. Knocking or pinging noise in cars, often referred to as engine knock or detonation, can indicate several issues. Let's have a look at some of the common causes of knocking or pinging noise. For example, using fuel with lower octane rating than recommended can cause premature ignition, leading to engine knocking. If the ignition timing is set incorrectly, it can also cause the air-fuel mixture to ignite too early, leading to knocking and abnormal combustion. A mixture that is too lean, where there is too much air and not enough fuel, can cause higher combustion temperature, leading to engine knocking. Accumulation of carbon deposit in the combustion chamber can also create hot spots that can ignite the fuel prematurely, leading to knocking noise. An overheated engine can increase the risk of knocking due to elevated combustion temperature. So if there is very violent knock in the engine, it could be an indication of engine overheating issues. Malfunctioning sensors, such as the knock sensor, can also fail to detect knocking, leading to improper engine management, which can cause engine knocking. Components like piston rings, bearings, or valves that are worn can affect engine performance and lead to knocking as well. Towing heavy loads or excessive acceleration can put extra stress on the engine, increasing the likelihood of engine knocking. Neglecting regular maintenance, such as oil change and air filter replacement, can also lead to engine issues that may cause knocking. Modification to engine that change the fuel mixture without proper tuning can also lead to engine knocking. So when you check a vehicle that you are going to purchase, if there is excessive knocking, it could be caused by any of these problems. The second noise to watch out for is squeaking or squealing noise. This is a high-pitched sound we usually hear when you apply brake or when the car is in motion. A squeaking or squealing noise in cars arises from various components and issues. For example, most commonly, squeaking indicates the brake pads are worn down. Many pads have a built-in indicator that makes noise to alert drivers when replacement is needed. If the brake rotors become smooth or glazed due to overheating, they can also cause squeaking when the brakes are applied. Worn or loose belts can also produce squeaking or squealing noise when the engine is running. Faulty wheel bearing can create a squeaking noise during turns or when the vehicle is in motion as well. Worn or damaged suspension components such as bushing or struts can also lead to squeaking noise when going over bumps. Bushings that are dry or have deteriorated can cause squeaking noise in various parts of the vehicle. Uneven tire wear or improperly inflated tires can also create noise, especially during turns or at high speed. Squeaking can also come from components like the alternator, power steering pump, and water pump if their bearings are worn out. Loose components such as heat shields or exhaust parts can vibrate and create squeaking noise. Dirt, dust, and moisture on brake components can temporarily cause squeaking noise until they are cleaned or dried. So, if you hear a squeaking or squealing noise, it is essential to investigate the root cause of the problem. The source have to be identified. Addressing these issues early can prevent more significant damage and ensure safety when driving. So, if the vehicles that you are going to purchase have this kind of accelerated squeaking and squealing noise, it's best to have it investigated before going for a purchase. The third noise to watch out for is grinding noise. This is a harsh metal-on-metal sound that is heard, for example, when shifting gears or braking. Grinding noise in cars can indicate serious issues that require immediate attention. When brake pads wear down completely, the metal backing plate can contact the brake rotor, causing a grinding noise. Scored or warped rotors can create grinding sound when brakes are applied, often due to poor maintenance or excessive wear. Worn or damaged wheel bearing can also produce a grinding noise, especially when turning or when driving at high speed. Grinding noises during gear shifting may indicate problem with the transmission, such as worn synchronizer assembly or insufficient lubrication. Issues with the differential, such as worn gear or insufficient lubrication, can also lead to grinding noise. Loose parts in the suspension system, in the exhaust or drivetrain, can also cause metal-on-metal contact, leading to grinding sound. A worn or failing clutch can also cause grinding noise when attempting to engage or disengage gears. Overheating is another cause of grinding noise. It can cause components to warp or wear unevenly, resulting in grinding noise from affected areas. Rocks or other debris lodged in the brake system can create grinding noise when the brakes are applied. Worn or damaged tires can sometimes create grinding sound, particularly if the tread is uneven or if there is structural defect. So grinding noises should not be ignored, as they often indicate serious mechanical problems. The fourth unusual sound to watch out for is hissing noise. This is a sound similar to steam coming from a kettle. A hissing noise in cars can be indicative of various issues. A hissing sound can often occur if there is a vacuum leak in the intake system, often due to a cracked hose or loose fitting. This can affect engine performance and fuel efficiency as well. A hissing noise may also come from the cooling system, particularly if there is a coolant leak or if the pressure cap or the radiator cap is faulty. This can lead to engine overheating as well. A hissing sound when pressing the brake pedal may indicate a vacuum leak in the brake booster, which can affect braking performance. Hissing noise from the exhaust system can also signal leak in the exhaust manifold or downpipe, which can impact engine performance and engine sound. If the vehicle is equipped with a turbocharger, a hissing noise may occur due to normal operation or boost leak in the intake system. Hissing sounds can emanate from the air conditioning system, especially if there is a refrigerant leak or if the expansion valve is malfunctioning. Hissing noise when turning the steering wheel can indicate low power steering fluid or leak in the power steering system as well. In some cases, a hissing sound may come from the transmission, possibly indicating low fluid levels or internal issues. Hissing noise when the fuel cap is removed can be indicative of vacuum in the fuel system, which may be a sign of fuel line issues. Some electrical components, such as relays or solenoids, they can produce hissing sound if they are malfunctioning as well. If you notice a hissing noise in the vehicle, it is important to investigate the root cause also. Some may be minor issues, others could lead to significant issues if left unaddressed. The fifth noise to watch out for when purchasing a used vehicle is rattling noise. It is a loose knocking sound that can happen over bumps or during acceleration. Rattling noise in vehicles can be generated by various sources. Let's have a look at some of the top ones. Loose or damaged exhaust parts, such as hangers or pipe, can create rattling sound, especially when accelerating or driving over bumps. Worn suspension components, including shock absorbers, strut and bushing, can lead to rattling noise when the vehicle is driven over uneven surfaces. Heat shield protect components from exhaust heat. If the heat shields are loose or damaged, they can rattle against the exhaust system or the chassis. Loose or damaged items inside the vehicle, such as dashboard, center console, or seat components, can cause rattling when vehicle is being driven. Loose wheel nuts, damaged tires, or uneven tire wear can also produce rattling noise, particularly at high speed or during turn. Loose engine components such as brackets or covers can create rattling noise, especially when the engine is idling or under load. Failing transmission mount or loose component in the transmission can cause rattling sound, particularly when shifting gears. Loose or worn drive belt can create rattling noise when the engine is running. Foreign objects or debris in the engine bay can create rattling noise, particularly if they come in contact with moving parts. Worn or failing wheel bearings can produce rattling or grinding noise, especially during turns or when the vehicle is being driven at high speeds. 6. Whining noise. This is a high-pitched sound that increases with acceleration. A whining noise in cars can be indicative of several potential issues. Worn or loose belt can produce whining sound, especially when the engine is running under load. Whining noise when turning the steering wheel may be indicative of a low power steering fluid or failing power steering pump. Whining sound during gear shift can suggest problem with the transmission, such as low fluid level and worn out gears. Whining noise when driving at certain speeds may be indicative of issues with the differential, such as low fluid levels or worn out differential gears. Whining sound coming from the rear of the vehicle may be caused by faulty fuel pump, especially if it is working harder than normal due to a clogged fuel filter. Worn wheel bearings can also create whining noise that increase with the speed and may change pitch when turning. A faulty air intake system or a vacuum leak can also produce whining noise as air is drawn into the engine. Certain electrical components such as alternators or starters can generate whining noise if they are malfunctioning. Whining sounds can occasionally come from tires that are worn unevenly or improperly inflated, especially at high vehicle speed. Internal engine components such as issues with the timing chain or camshaft can also produce whining noise. 7. Popping noise. A popping sound can occur if there is leak in the exhaust system, particularly near the manifold or muffler, which can cause unburned fuels to ignite. A misfire can also lead to popping noise in the engine compartment. This could be caused by faulty spark plugs, ignition coils, or fuel delivery issues. Problem with the fuel injectors or clogged fuel filters can disrupt the proper air-fuel mixture, leading to popping noises. 8. Thumping noise. This is a rhythmic thumping sound, particularly when driving at certain speeds. Worn or damaged shock absorbers, struts, or bushing can lead to thumping noises, especially when driving over bumps or uneven surfaces. Loose exhaust system, including hangers or brackets, can cause thumping sound, particularly when accelerating or driving over terrain. Unevenly worn tires, tires with bulge, or improperly balanced tires can create thumping noise, especially at high speeds. Issues with components like CV joints or U joints can produce thumping noises, particularly during acceleration or when making turns. Worn or damaged engine mounts can cause excessive engine movement, leading to thumping sound when accelerating or gear shifting. Problem with the transmission, such as low fluid levels or worn components, can create thumping noise during gear shifting. Worn brake pads or malfunctioning caliper can cause thumping noise when brakes are applied. Loose parts in the undercarriage, such as shields or covers, can rattle and create thumping sound when driving. Failing fuel pump or issues with the fuel delivery can sometimes create unusual noises, including thumping, as the engine struggles to get the proper fuel flow. Loose body panel parts or frame components can create thumping noise, especially when driving over bumps or rough road. 9. Chirping. This is a short, sharp sound that can occur during acceleration. Worn or glazed belt can produce a chirping sound, especially when the engine is running under load. If the belt tensioner is failing to maintain proper tension of the belt, it can cause the belt to slip and create a chirping noise. Damaged or misaligned pulley can lead to chirping sound as the belt contacts them improperly. This can occur with the alternator, power steering, or idler pulleys. Worn brake pads with built-in wear indicator can produce chirping noise when the brakes are applied, signaling that it is time for replacement. Loose components in the engine bay, such as plastic covers or shields, can vibrate and create a chirping sound during driving. Uneven tire wear or improper inflation can sometimes cause chirping noise, particularly at high speed or during turns. In some cases, internal engine issues such as failing lifters or other moving parts can produce a chirping sound. Failing water pump or other cooling system components can create chirping noise if they are not functioning properly. Failing power steering pump can create a chirping noise, particularly when turning the steering wheel. A malfunctioning air conditioning compressor or a failing component with the AC system can lead to chirping sound, especially when the AC is engaged. So these are some of the top causes of abnormal noise in vehicles. So test drive the vehicle before purchasing is always take the car for a test drive on various road conditions and look out for these abnormal noises. Choose a quiet area to listen closely to the sound. If possible, compare the sound that is generated by the vehicles that you are going to purchase with the same model vehicle that is running nicely. Being attentive to these sounds can help you avoid costly repairs once you purchase a used car. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding unusual noises to watch out for when purchasing used car. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing. Turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.